Excellent. Okay.
Morning, Mr. Freeman.
Well, here we go. Number 1 run. First run. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna hide my splits for this run because obviously they're not important, and I'd rather not see them.
Guess his bar tab must have finally caught up with him.
Such a good line, dude. You cut the ponytail.
Hey, Mr. Freeman.
You still have setup text on screen? Frick. I'm not a streamer.
Greetings and salutations, Dr. Freeman. Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous...
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions. High impact reactive armor
Right on through, sir.
activated. Atmospheric contaminant sensors.
Just in time. Heck yeah.
Vital sign
For the hot speed runs.
activated. Automatic medical systems engaged.
I'm gonna have a Frenchy fry.
Selection system activated. Munition level monitoring activated. Communications interface online.
We should harness...
What's up, Doc?
So first prop up of the game using this barrel, which allows us to skip the cutscene where we talk to the dudes that we have to talk to in the first game. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually I do need to see my timer because I want to be able to. Why is it showing real time? Why? Wait.
Didn't you read my latest?
Oops. I'll fix that in a second.
You know, by Becquerel's ghost. The radiation level is...
So you have to go and hit a trigger there, or else this guy will soft lock and won't let you in.
Everybody's been
Let
looking.
me just quickly fix this. Prepare against game time. There we go. So, before with the save loading, something you can do is that if you save load the first tick that the game or the server loads back in, basically, you can continuously go downward with your clip, despite no ticks having passed. So you can basically move at infinite speed since no time passes. Now the one unfortunate thing about this run is that AM is even worse than it is in Half-Life 1. Not only do you have to do the first map with not Barney, but you have to go through a longer AM cutscene, plus you have to go through the cutscenes at the beginning of Unforeseen Consequences. So this game has about as long of a start as Half-Life 2 used to, but it's a bit shorter.
Testing. Everything seems to be in order.
What's up, Summer? Thank you for the good luck.
All right, Gordon. Your suit should keep you comfortable through all this. The specimen will be delivered to you in a few moments. Now, if you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, that way we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
One emitters in 3, 2, 1.
Red Letter Day does suck. You can skip it now, which is cool, but this game still has a pretty long early game.
Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Gordon, we cannot predict how long the system can operate at this level, or how long the reading will take. Please, work as quickly as you can.
Overhead capacitors to 105%.
What's up, BT? Thank you for the good luck.
It's probably not a problem, probably, but I'm showing a small discrepancy in... Well, no. It's well within acceptable bounds. Sustaining sequence.
We've just been informed that the sample is ready.
Dude, this fucking thing comes way too far out. You can't do cool B-hops while you
Look to
wait.
the delivery system for your specimen.
Whoa! Going for the first submission. I might submit this run, but I don't think I will. I mean, maybe I will just because I want to submit my first run, but... And also because free second place forehead. But we'll see how it goes. It really depends on how well it goes, I think. Like, if it's like 2.5 hours or something ridiculous like that, I'm not going to upload it. Probably. But if it's like, at least like sub 2, I'll probably do it. Just don't expect it to be verified quickly. Yeah, that's fine. Also, what's up, Dibble? They're not really like major skips. There are some pretty big ones though. This game, I think, is a really happy medium in Source in general, with having nice movement but not like ridiculously broken movement. Having like a good amount of skips and glitches but not like a ridiculous amount of skips and glitches. It's quite refreshing to run as someone who's put, at this point, thousands of hours into Source games and Source speedruns. This is pretty much the last cutscene. I mean, there are cutscenes throughout the run in general, but this is the last one for a little bit. This is like, after this is when like the run starts becoming pretty decently paced in terms of little downtime.
I can't reach anyone in the facility. We need to get to the surface and let someone know that we're stranded down here. There's no telling what kind of danger is waiting. My God, what have we done?
Fascinating. Would you look at that?
We can't afford to waste time. You'll need me for the retinal scanner. I'm certain the rest.
These
of the
teleports don't
science
save
team
time, by the way, but they're fun.
And for God's sake, keep that suit on until you're in the clear. You hear me?
Well, it saves time if you get one of them, but you only need to get one of them. You run a game casually by not taking it super seriously. I was planning on doing a commentated run for this, so don't worry. I plan on doing these things. But it means like running without the intent of like going for like an optimized time or like any sort of attempt to actually optimize the record. Excuse me. Bad free strafes there. Let's see if I can do this. Nope. That's kind of a difficult movement there. You can slide between those zombies. There's a lot of hard movement here, but I'm gonna be practicing a lot of these harder movements a ton in order to ensure that I can game fast. Like, I put a little bit of work into optimizing some unforeseen movement, but I haven't gotten particularly consistent at anything. A lot of, like, the really smooth movement in this game is pretty tricky. So I want to go to the left there to hit a trigger that will cause that hound eye to jump out of the glass window. And I want to climb up here, but there's an invisible wall because the game wants to prevent you from getting to G-Man. So we hit that. Gonna make our way over to this one. Gonna try to dodge all these enemies. The crouch sliding in this game is quite fun. If you don't mind kind of long cutscenes overall, then I think you would enjoy this run. I think a barrel was thrown at me at very high speed. So, that was fun. Here I want to save delete. No, you don't have to do Black Mesa inbound, thankfully. So for this map, this is the map with the big elevator from Half-Life 1. But the elevator won't actually go on without the power, and if we try to jump down and slide down like we normally would, the game has a death trigger there. So what we have to do is we have to activate that, we hear the ding, and then if we can jump down here, because it will remove the death trigger, and we can shark out of the water by ramping off of that whole pipe. Gonna B-hop over here. We have to go above and around this bridge because there is an invisible wall that stays there until the bridge explodes. So now this is going to introduce a pretty important glitch to this run, which is called quantum pause, where if we open the console and unpause the game on one tick later, the game will continue to freeze the player, but everything else in the server will continue moving. So I can utilize that to make that grenade boost a lot easier. Now, as a source game, save loads are pretty broken. So in order to skip the first part of Office Complex, we're going to jump through this electricity by save loading a bunch of times. And if we do it correctly, we can make it through and we can skip the trigger. Oops. Come on, oh my god, get out of the fucking water. We're gonna fall down here. Immediately go turn around because we went the wrong way. What's up, Kwashtaki? How you doing? Okay, so now on this map, instead of going up to where the hidden shotgun is, like in Half-Life 1, because this game doesn't have that shotgun for whatever reason, we're just gonna take the doors like normal. And that's a very quick map. Why no object boost? It's too hard. That's where we would have gotten the shotgun. But now we're actually going to be utilizing another really cool trick with quantum pause. So I'm going to come around here, shoot out this window, and then do a quantum pause to boost my way up and past where Barney is. So it's basically an even faster version of Barney Skip. Now we're going to do... If you crouch and then jump, like, right after... Whoops. If you, like, crouch and then jump, like, right after uncrouching, you'll kind of, like, fly up the ladder a little bit. Oops. And now we're going to go up here, hit a trigger to make this elevator come down, which will take us to the end of Office. Now, unlike Half-Life 1, we actually have to play through this chapter. We Got Hostiles isn't just instantly beaten, but it's a quite the short chapter, so it won't be too long. So we're going to start by doing a circle strafe jump. And using our slides, we're going to maneuver our way around all these trip mine lasers to make sure that we don't blow up. Continuing to maneuver. So if you're noticing about the slide, something that makes the slide particularly cool is that you can slide around corners and gain lots of speed. It's quite easy to maintain your speed around corners and up slopes in this game as a result of the slide, which is really cool. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop down and grab this. I'm going to then kill this guy. Now, and the reason I'm doing that is so that I can get on top of this and hit the loading trigger for the next map a little bit quicker. Because this will allow me to immediately save delete, which will put me at the top of the elevator.
Don't shoot!
Save deleting, by the way, is basically where we basically just save load in order to place a save on the map, and then we bind a particular key to save colon and then reload. And colon is a key that cannot be used by Windows, the Windows File Manager system. So because Windows cannot use that. Nice. So because Windows cannot use that, use that in a file, it will cause it to basically not write the save at all and allow you to spawn again with a default set of HP and armor. So now we're going to do another save delete to once again skip this elevator, but also to get our HP back. And using the new HP and SMG nade we have, we're going to immediately use it to boost and make our way down through this tunnel. So I'm going to drop down here. Oh, the game think what? This doesn't have the correct splits. Oh no, it does. Okay, this makes sense actually. I understand now. Because it's not going to split again in this map. So a funny strat here is the fastest way to do this is to kill that guy. Because otherwise he'll just keep talking and talking and you can't do anything. But as soon as you kill him, the game will allow you to activate the button that will lead you to the end of the chapter. So now we're in Blast Pit. First map of Blast Pit. We're once again going to immediately save delete. We're going to use our shotgun and revolver to open a door in the wall for us. So our goal here is to basically drop down and then grab the ladder at the very bottom to, similarly in Half-Life 1, negate our fall damage. So now we're going to be doing a double grenade boost across the B-Hop section for Blast Pit. And if we play our cards right, we can slide off of that little lip on the ledge there, allowing us to fly up to here. I didn't do that perfectly, but it was pretty good. So now, just gonna jump up here, hope that we don't die. And we're now going to make our way into this elevator to make our way into the main blast pit. This elevator is pretty long. It's going to be chilling in this one for a little bit.
Warning. Hazardous radiation levels detected.
Are those like Quake Champions characters? I don't really know anything about the game. I assume they are because you have QC in your name. So I'm once again going to save delete here because I want to replenish my HP to do some strats on this map.
30%.
One in particular is I'm going to do a quantum pause right here. Did not work. There you go. I don't even think I'll need a quantum pause for that, honestly, if I know what I'm doing. Now we've made it in here. It's quite unusual to have to actually face the Hydra in Half-Life 1. We normally don't come to this map until we're already done doing all the extra things that we need to do in Blast Pit to actually kill the Hydra. But in this game, one of the major times that this game has over Half-Life 1 is the ability to skip the Hydra. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab all these supplies and then drop down to the Hydra's level. We're then going to shoot the Hydra, which will get it angry at us and cause it to attack us. Whenever it does, we can save load inside of it, which will get us stuck and clip us in the ground. We can then immediately let's throw another one for safe measure. Throw satchels to give ourselves some directional boost to get us into the ladder below the Hydra, allowing us to completely skip Blast Pit. Can be a little bit tricky to survive the Hydra. But there we go. So, same thing, same deal as Half-Life. I'm gonna climb out of the water. Gonna do a little satchel boost here, which will allow us to gain some speed. And then as soon as we get into this map, we're gonna do another save delete. We're gonna immediately go behind us to pick up this barrel, and then I'm gonna make a hard save here. We're gonna drop the barrel. We're gonna load our hard save because that took too long. I'm gonna take our barrel and we're going to use it to clip into the ground. Took too long, so we have to reload. We need to be pretty fast here because the Gargantua is on our tail and we don't want it to murder us. So, I almost got clipped there, but then the game trolled me. So as soon as you get clipped, we're going to put 3 trip mines behind us. Once they all blow up, we're going to start save loading. And because of the trip mines, we're eventually going to be given some upward momentum, which is going to boost us back into this arena, allowing us to skip all of Power Up. Even without the train, the first map of Honor Rail will load. Honor Rail is a pretty slow chapter in this game, unfortunately. This chapter has quite a lot of waiting. Something cool, it's kind of cool we're gonna do here, is we're going to immediately turn this on and then save load and hold A to get off the train. Normally there's a trigger on the train that forces you to stay on it, and if you try to get off it, it'll automatically turn off, but doing the save load there allows us to bypass that trigger entirely. So we're gonna go up using this barnacle. Make it onto here, and do a grenade boost to get up here.
Medical systems engaged. Morphine administered. Minor lacerations.
Flick that switch so that we can jump into the water to pick up this power cord. Throw up there. Drop down. Come on. We're gonna heal a bit on this first aid kit while we have to wait for this button. And we're going to frag. So we actually need to ride this onto this platform, I believe. I can't remember. And we can climb up this ladder. Get to here, and then we're gonna wait for a little while until this door opens. What's up, Foozle? I need to figure out if you actually need to wait there. I should watch tables run again of On a Rail. Small lurking before you go to bed. Good stuff. Hope you sleep well, my friend. Have you been doing old engine stuff still, or have you been taking a break from speedrunning?
That's him!
So our HP's kind of low here, which is spooky, but I think we should be fine. If we take it slow here. Oh, I see the problem. You just need to hit E once, or else it will reopen it. Okay, so now that we've done that, once again, another auto-scroller sequence. Unfortunately, On a Rail is full of waiting. This is a very slow chapter. This is the last, long waiting section of On a Rail at the very least. She'll open once the train gets to the top. Okay. You want to be on the right side here because that's where it has a little bit of a lower opening. You have to move a little bit sooner. We can just completely skip this cart. Don't even gotta worry about it at all. Now, because my HP is really bad here and we need to do a lot of damage boosting on this map here, we're gonna do a quick save delete. Okay. I'm gonna immediately use an SMG nade to boost because we don't need this and we have enough HP to be able to be fine without the little HP that I expend there. I'm going to continue our movement adventures. I got fucked up there. So we're gonna kill this guy. Let's try that again. Let's slow to a different save. So the goal here is we want to quantum pause and have this guy punch us like 5 times, which will send us flying to the top of the map. Which will not only allow us to skip this map, but also it skips that long rocket sequence that you have to watch in Half-Life, which is pretty cool. There we go. So we can get stuck on... Oops. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to get stuck here. Oh, this is... I don't think this is good. Yikes. That's not a save. I'm just gonna do this. This should be fine. Yeah, okay. It's not too bad. More to the right above the track. Come on. Let me down. How do I get down? I had a different... There we go. There we go, okay. So now that we've crouched down here, we're gonna do some save buffers to move our way through the ground here. And one more should be good. There we go. And that allows us to skip a good amount of this chapter. Whoops. What's up, Abscum? And good day, I guess, to the NA people. That's more than we deserve, let's be real. So now, I'm gonna move this car forward to get into here faster. And we're going to, once again, immediately save delete. So similarly to Half-Life 1, we're going to be taking this car with us. We're going to drop off the car in pretty much the same way, and we're going to swim in pretty much the same way. Except instead, we're going to be going into a hole in the ground here. We're gonna go in the water with our fish friend, and we're gonna open this door. This is a bit of a different route from Half-Life 1. One of the many examples of Crowbar adding their own flavor to the games. Gonna get out of the water, open up door number 2, grab our crossbow, and open up door number 6. 9 p.m. to 12, I wish I could do that. I always have work in the morning, so I always have to wake up pretty early. Now we're gonna jump around this corner. And we're going to do a satchel boost. And using the other satchel, we're gonna throw it over here to kill all of these enemies, and then using an SMG nade to kill all of these enemies, which will trigger the scientists to have a talk with us.
Gordon Freeman, it is you, isn't it? The science team has been tracking your progress with the Black Mesa security system. Unfortunately, so has the military. That suit of yours is full of tracking devices. Still, it's better than going naked in this place. It's cold in there, so you'll have to hurry. It could sap your suit power in a matter of moments. If you're bent on reaching the Lambda complex, then you'll want to keep to the older industrial areas where the security system is full of holes. It's worked for me, so far.
So now, I'm gonna b-hop my way through the freezer. You can activate that from the outside, I just forgot to.
Freeman, right? I got a message for you. Make sure you
So now we have to flip a switch.
Ammunition depleted.
And I'm gonna do a... I was gonna use that to try to boost into this room to get some better speed, but it didn't end up really working out too much. Anyway, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick while this cutscene goes on.
Medical attention.
Nice hit. That's the guy? Yeah. We got him. Alright, come on, give me a hand here. Jesus, this guy's heavy. Where are we taking this Freeman guy? Topside. Questioning. What the hell for? We got him. Why not just kill him now? And if they find the body? Hey, what body?
Okay, hello, hello. How's everyone in the chat doing tonight? Alright, so this map we're gonna have a pretty good crusher skip. So we're gonna climb up all the debris here. We're gonna grab our crowbar, as well as this bucket right here. Immediately drop down and push it against this, and then immediately get stuck in it here, which will allow us to save load downward. It did not work. Okay, so I'm going to load the autosave and we're going to try it again. Note to self, make hard saves in the future. And no problem, Confetti. Thank you for hanging out for so long. Have a good night. Whoops. This escape. Yeah, it skips waiting for the floor to fall in. Why didn't it work again? There we go. And we can clip through the floor, which will allow us to skip. Hello. Come on, let me through. What is happening? Let me. There we go. So there was a push trigger there that was not letting me get down. This is pretty funny. Anyway, Now that we're down here, let's start b-hopping our way through these sections. This tunnel is like really short, so even on these turns, it's not even worth it to hop through it. But anyway. Whoops. I'm gonna jump through this fire here because it doesn't really do that much damage. It's not really that much of a threat. Gonna grab this pistol and some armor here. And we're just kind of clear all these obstacles as if we know what we're doing. Let's try that again. You can just easily jump this. There we go. Make our way over. So now we're gonna drop down here and go on this conveyor belt. Unfortunately, conveyor belts don't give you nearly as much speed like they did in Half-Life 1. I'm gonna crash through here, grab this ladder. Go underwater. Snap. Oh, no, you don't want to go in there. You want to go to the left here. Murder. Activate. Grab these. Drop down so you can skip that crusher. I'm gonna immediately save delete actually. This will put me a little bit further into the map as well as recover some of my HP. Nice. And basically all we need to do to skip these first two crushers is slide past them. So now with this, we're gonna be able to fly. Oh. Oop. There we go. These things are really hard to shoot for some reason. Like they are this like atrocious to shoot. Not really sure why their hitbox is so hard to hit, but you can shoot those out. I need to work on my rat for this. We're gonna drop down further. And finish the chapter. I'm gonna save the lead again here, even though I don't need to. I think that in the future, it'll probably be better. I need to, like, work on my HP routing in this chapter overall. And just, like, figure out what's worth it and what isn't. So the first thing we want to do is shoot out that plank, which will allow us to open up this door and move onward with our lives. So we're gonna slide our way through these hallways. Dang. Dude, I can't get through any of the doors. I'm bad. We're gonna make our way over here to grab this DVD player and bring it with us. Or VHS player, excuse me. Gordon is a fucking classic motherfucker. He has all of his music on vinyl, all of his portable music on cassettes. All of his movies and TV are watched with with VHS tapes. He's all about the classics.
Squad, there he is. Open fire.
We're gonna make our way past all these trip mines. Nice. Throw that in the corner. Pull out our shotgun that we don't have because I forgot to pick it up.
Holy shit.
And continue b-hopping. Wrong way. So for this clip, first thing we're gonna do is murder this guy. Heal up a little bit. Gonna heal up to around 70 HP. And now with this, we want it to tilt. And we want to grab it from this side. Look about 9 degrees. And as toward it as possible. And we're gonna go for a clip. What's up, Goron? How you doing? Good to see you. Clip, motherfucker. Yeah! So now that we've clipped, we're just gonna throw this, detonate it, and we're gonna save load a couple times, which will put us through this gate and allow us to skip doing the Gauss. Great. So we have to do this now because apparently it didn't work for whatever reason, which is really annoying. Let's try that again. Let's make a hard save this time. Okay, let's try that again. Clips can be weird, and we gotta learn why we're doing our mistakes. So let's try that again, about 9 degrees. Clip, clip, clippity, clip, clip, clip. Clippity, clippity, clip. There we go.
Ammunition depleted.
Oh, I think that, maybe I didn't throw that thing. Really? What's going on? I don't know why this isn't working right now. Come on. Clippity clip. Clippity clip. How about no copyright chain link? There we go. Alright, we've done that. We've clipped through that gate.
A fellow scientist.
Activate this to turn that off. And now we want to make sure that all these soldiers are dead so that they don't end up getting fragged. Now we have to wait for these guys to run anyway, so we need to just make sure that they are coming with the entire time is the most important thing.
Wait! What is it? Anyone else think this was a bit too easy? Something's not right. Gordon, you don't mind taking a look, do
you. We'll stay here for a moment.
Dang, dude, you broke my prop. So here we're gonna have a quick firefight. You can do this a lot faster than this if you actually have a shotgun. There we go. It's done now, though. And this song plays out in entirety, even though nothing interesting happens. It's great. These teleports don't actually matter, I'm just doing them for fun. Because you have to wait for them to talk anyway.
If you somehow survive long enough to make it across the base, you'll find the labs where the rest of the science team has taken shelter.
I couldn't dare risk venturing out there, but I can inform those of us who remain in the Lambda complex that you are coming. Now, don't go running pell-mell into this bloody war zone. The odds are stacked against you. If you simply stay out of sight and listen to me.
So there actually used to be a way to skip nearly the entire chapter. Is there any reason to not get armor? No, there's no reason to not get armor. The only reason I'm not getting armor is because I'm save deleting here anyway. Armor is always good in this game. Bruh. That was really bad. So we're just gonna do some movement to get to this next map as quickly as we can. And once we do that, we're gonna do another save delete. What fell? I don't even know. What the fuck? Everything's crazy. So we're gonna immediately save delete. We're going to use to b-hop across this part until we get over here, and we're actually going to drop down, and we're going to start surfing. And we're going to start surfing along the rock here. Now, there's basically a giant trigger right below us that will kill us because the game does not want us to skip this part. So we are essentially like surfing above this trigger in order to ensure that we can get to the end without having to actually go down there ourselves. We can fall down, safely land in this water, and then use the Gauss to boost our way through here. What's up, Darka? So now, we're going to SMG need boost here to skip a small sequence of this map. Gonna start cooking a grenade. Whoops. It's supposed to take me all the way to the door here, but that did not happen. Take the left here and go right. Unhit this button. Get through here. Going to immediately do a grenade boost to get up onto this rock, do another grenade boost to land on top of the clip brush that will allow us to fall down here. So now we're going to save delete once again. Do you ever do Counter-Strike surfs? I used to surf in TF2 a lot, and I sometimes surf in Counter-Strike, but I prefer doing other movement game modes in Source. Like, I enjoy TF2 rocket jumping quite a lot. So, there is no pipe-to-pipe method for this game, similar to Half-Life 1. However, there is a really neat skip on this map that we're going to be doing. So basically what we do is we just need to get next to this guy, and we need to jump into a quantum pause. You want this guy to melee you when you quantum pause, because that gives far more knockback than the shotgun does.
There he is! Open fire!
But for some reason, he decided to shotgun me there. So now, let's try that again. I think we need to be farther to the right. I'm also going to make a hard save here.
Guys, I hit him!
Not going far enough. Something, I'm hitting something.
There he is! Open fire! I think I hit him!
There we go.
Medical systems engaged.
Where is the hole? Okay, where is this? I'm gonna do this. Casey's really fucking insane. It's hard.
Okay, he's hit!
I'm gonna let this guy hit me more. There we go. So now we can fly all the way to the end of the map. Get on to the next map to do another save delete. Gonna get into this tunnel. Boom, climb out of it. All you need to do is turn to the right, hit this. We're gonna do an SMG nade boost to make our B-hop speed a little bit greater. Hello. Goodbye. Going to come in here to close that door, and we're gonna get these barrels ready and set up to do a trick on this map to skip pretty much the whole map. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put both of the barrels next to each other. Maybe put this one a little bit closer. Let's load this save. How far back will this take me? Okay, that's fine. Come on, let me jump. I'm not quick clip here. Please, I'm not even quick clip. Why can't I jump? There we... Oh, fucking phone wire, or telephone wires. I didn't even know they could do that. Why am I not getting any height? Do I not want to be on top of it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm learning things. This is still my first run, so we do that. Now we're in trip mine hell. Gotta be a bit careful. Thankfully, trip mine hell is quite trivial in this game. As he says, making a save that automatically kills him every time he loads it. That was fucking scuffed. This run is all sorts of scuff, but that's okay. So what we need to do here is we're gonna use these this light here, this prop. Gonna climb that, which will allow us to jump around, grab the Hornet gun, and activate the elevator. And now we can watch Gordon get ready to make this stream not watchable. Gonna get banned. Turn off your monitor. Don't worry. Just don't look. Just don't look. You really don't want to see it. God, I wish that were me. So, once again, save deleting. And we're gonna use this cactus to jump. We're gonna use this cactus. We're gonna use We're gonna use this cactus to jump up here. And now we're gonna do a bit more of some neat KZ stuff. We're gonna climb all the way up onto this lamp and climb up this outside portion of the map, which will allow us to get on top of this roof, which will then allow us to get on top of this roof. Next, we're gonna drop down into here, and then we're gonna save load as we're walking into this room. The reason we wanna do this is because we wanna get into this room without hitting a particular trigger that's in the room that will cause this tank to not come out. You need to basically hit a different trigger inside of there to get that tank to open up, and I think that other trigger doesn't let you to hit that anymore or something weird like that. Either way, we can do that to skip that entire map. I didn't even know about that strat. That looks a lot more fun, but grenade boosting might end up being faster. I might want to look into that. Now, first thing we need to save the lead on this map, actually. Might be. So what we need to do here is we need to do a grenade boost off of that launch pad, which will send us to the top level of this building instead of the second level. And then using that, we're gonna use our other grenades. Rip. We're gonna use our other grenades to make our way to the out of bounds top of the map, which will allow us to pretty much skip the entire map. If I could stop getting stuck in displacements. There we go. Not... Okay, this is just weird. No, dude. Why are there so many fucking displacements up here? I didn't even notice these the first time around. Okay. So we want to drop down, ramp off here. I didn't get 2 SMG nades, and I want 2 SMG nades. There we go. Okay, so we'll go through this map. First order of business is we want to get a particular prop. This is the IHD map from Half-Life 1. Of course, no such thing exists in this game, unfortunately. What we do have is we have a little box here that we're going to bring around with us. Whoops. Where'd my... There. Come on. Give me the box. Give me the box. Okay. And we want this box to be a particular orientation when we use it. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna reload this because I'm taking way too much damage from this MF. Okay. I'm gonna quickly tilt the box in the preferable direction. We're going to get up these stairs, grab some extra armor, immediately pull out a rocket launcher and throw it. Where did my prop go? Of course, it falls down and then just disappears into the abyss, never to be recovered again. So firing that rocket over there is going to kill quite a few enemies that would be quite a nuisance if we did not kill them. So now, we're going to strafe around here to land on this ledge. And we're going to lower our... I don't have the bind anymore, but we're going to go around 9, or 2 rather. 89, and we're going to try to prop flip. Now that we've prop clipped, we're gonna throw that away, pull out our DOS. Use 2 fully charged DOS shots there, which will allow us to clip through and skip the IHD map, which is quite a significant skip. It skips having to go all the way around, grabbing a guard, clearing out all the enemies in this area, and then using that guard to open this door. So it's quite a big time save to be able to skip the map like this. Come on, get in there. Quite a big map, so save loads are quite long. There we go. So we're going to B-hop our way through these tunnels away from the Gargantua. And very simply, we're just going to grenade boost over this wall. Activate this lever. And we want to pull this lever until it hits just the bottom left corner of the lambda symbol there. And it will give us enough room to get through there and continue into the next chapter. So now we're going to forget about Freeman. Make our way through, activating the lever, falling down, grab. Now here normally we'd have to go around, but you can actually like shark out of the water in a particular way, which will allow you to, come on, land on this ledge, allowing you to skip having to go completely around, which is quite nice. So now this is the map with the tank on it. We're gonna pull out our rocket launcher, grab a bunch of supplies. And we're gonna rocket button. Nice. And we're gonna rocket jump over this entire valley. Where am I going? Now we're activating the elevator, going down into the goo room. We're just gonna wait for the tank to blow up this wall for us. And we're gonna make our way through, going around this left side because we have low HP and don't want these turrets to own us. And we will finish the Forget About Freeman chapter. So now we have one more chapter until Zen. Rocket jumping's not like, it's not like TF2. If that's what you're asking. It's not terrible, but nothing to write home about. So we do use that SMG nade to boost ourselves onto the main platform, using that one to skip taking the ladder, getting some extra armor. Now we're going to climb up and skip to this room, utilizing SMG nades and other explosive boosts, skipping all those ninjas. Spec Ops unit. And now we're going to head our way down into the fight with all of the grunts, leading into the scientists. This map is unfortunately going to be quite a big cutscene. So we're gonna make our way over here.
30%.
Gonna walk down here. Shoot a rocket to kill those 3, and shoot an SMG nade to kill that. Shoot another SMG nade to kill him. Kill all those with a rocket, and this will basically end the fight as quickly as you possibly can. I'm pretty happy with how useful the rocket is in this game. Not only is it the highest DPS in the game, I believe. One of the highest, at the very least. So it's quite useful back when boss fights were actually a thing in the game. It's good for Nihilanthe. It used to be good for Gonarch, but we don't fight the Gonarch anymore.
Actually make it here. We drew straws to see who would stay behind and let you through. Obviously, I drew the short one. My colleagues are waiting at the tip of the Lambda reactor. Waiting for you, I mean. The reactor
Yeah, TF2 rocket jumping is kind of fucking absurd. Ain't it? Like, it's ridiculous how good it is. Like, I was rocket jumping, I think it was last night even, and I'm like always in awe at how good it feels. Anyway, making our way into Lambda Core, we're going to be able to skip the first part of the chapter where you would normally have to activate the 2 side things. The 2 reactors for the Lambda Core. We can thankfully skip those parts using a prop clip. So what we're going to be doing here is, as soon as this elevator door opens, we're going to grab this and jump down into the water below. And now we're going to place this on this platform, trying to get it to be sideways. No, barrel. Alright, this should be good. Look down. Oh, come on, dude. There we go. Okay. So look down at about 55 or so degrees, walk into the prop. And we're going to try to click downward. There we go. And we're just going to spam save loads a bunch here. Five save loads should be good. Maybe 1 or 2 more. There we go. I love how we don't fight Gonarch. Yeah, I'm really happy that this game found a way to skip Gonarch like instantly, compared to Half-Life 1 where we still can't skip it. So now we've skipped the first part where we have to actually let water into the reactors. So now we need to actually climb up the Lambda Core. So this first part is just the usual climbing up ladders, but then here we're gonna go around to the left and do a grenade boost. I don't have grenades because I need to save delete. Which is a very silly mistake to make, but don't worry about it. I probably could have done like a grenade boost or something, but I also need multiple SMG nades, so don't worry about it. Time save for next run. So we're gonna do the same thing we just did. Here, we're going to do a grenade boost to get on top of this part, getting on top of here, and doing another grenade boost to get on top of the reactor there. And then to skip this part, we're just going to do a quick jump around. Okay, we actually have to jump on the reactor. It seemed like you could just jump around, but we have to jump our way onto the reactor, and then jump over to the ladder. And then we'll be able to go our way through this nice big hole. Climb up a ladder. Only have like 1 or 2 more maps left. 2 more maps, that is. We're gonna start charging our Gauss, and as soon as we make it over there, use it to get over that gap. Where did I go? That's where I got that. Gonna use the Gauss to boost through these hallways. Unfortunately, it did not go nearly as cleanly as I wanted it to, but that's okay. So now we have to do these teleporter sequences, mostly vanilla, which means waiting here, crouching down to go into the next portal, waiting here for a second to make sure the platform is there, and SMG nade boosting over this wall to make it to the end of the map. So we're pretty much done with the Earth part of the game. We have to now climb up this ladder. Which will allow us to get to the final major cutscene of the Earthbound section of the game.
Gordon Freeman, you finally found us.
This is the guy, huh? Thought you'd never make it.
So the first thing we're going to do is just heal up all the way to max HP in here. We're going to have to do a little bit of a firefight later on, and we want to have good HP going into the next map. Seems like there's an extra map on these splits that there shouldn't be.
What you see before you is the supply depot for our first survey team. Quite a few handsome specimens were collected from the border world and brought back this way. Before the survey members started being collected themselves, that is. These readings have given us reason to suspect that there is an immense portal over there, created
Oh, there is a load
and maintained
between?
by the
Okay.
intense concentration of a single powerful being. I'm sure that you will know it when you see it. I am loath to say this, Gordon, but you must kill it.
Yeah, you better kill it. No ifs, ands, or asses about it.
Of course, you owe us nothing, Dr. Freeman. But you've come this far, and know as much about these creatures as anyone.
Enough to know that if you don't wipe it out, well, let's put it this way. There ain't gonna be much for you to come home to.
Yes, so if you're willing, my colleague is waiting for you at the main portal controls. Dr. Steinman will open the gates for you. And don't let hunters brag.
Look at her fucking fist. Look how low texture that these fucking hands are. To be fair, I probably turned the textures all the way down.
For the task ahead.
But like, look how low res everything is on these hands. You can like see the individual veins,
Dr.
dude.
Freeman, so glad you made it.
Or you can't see many veins is what I meant there.
I've one
I'm
final
fucking
detail
gay.
for you. This is the long jump module. I created it expressly for navigation of the world beyond. I certainly hope you will.
It's good to be back.
Because once you're in there, you will use it.
You gotta get those hot 2004 graphics. Word. I want there to be tits in my game, and I want them to be at the most, like, 4 polygons. Wait, no, that's like the 90s. Never mind. That's like Tomb Raider. Ain't it? Oh, I forgot something else that we'd want to do going into this map. We'd want to have brought a prop in with us because we would have wanted to use it to teleport the scientists above us. That's not too big of a deal, though. So currently, I'm just going to be basically looking for ammo and supplies. Where is the SMG nades? Because I need some of those.
Alright, I can open the portal now. The process
Is there no like actual ammo in here?
I must not be
I mean, I can just use a grenade for the next map if I need to, but
Don't enter the beam until I give the okay.
I'd like to have grenades or ammo.
I will begin.
Computer motherboard with the line. Right, okay. Yeah, that's what I remember seeing him use in the run.
My God! We've got a breach!
This is just a set timer, by the way. You don't actually need to kill the enemies.
Almost there, Freeman. Get yourself into position. It's ready. Let's go. Now.
And there we go. Our first Earthbound time is 109:43. Cool how the auto splitter works there for no reason. Is that like a soft loading screen or something? How does that work? Weird. So anyway, now we're in Zen. I'm just gonna do this like normal because I don't have SMG nades, even though it's painfully slow. Yes, I do. Split twice when entering the portal. Oh, interesting. I need to figure out how to make sure I have the 3 SMG nades that I want going into this map. Maybe if I just save delete on the map of the firefight. What am I doing, dude? If I just save delete on the, on the map with the big fight, I might be able to get those, though. Okay, so do a save delete here so I can get some more satchels. I'm going to do a double satchel boost. Whoops. Need to go a bit wider than that. Come on. Yeah, how's it going? That bad. I forgot what I'm supposed to call you. This is hard, and I haven't practiced it in a while. I was expecting Zen to go pretty poorly this time around. God damn it, dude. It should not be taking this many tries. Really? There's so many invisible walls there. There we go. I need more health. Where's health? That's fine. Definitely need to save the lead here, though. Come on. There we go. That was terrible. Call me dat boy. What up? Okay, so our HP is low here, and we're going to save delete. So the gimmick for this upcoming map is that there are 3 branching paths that we want to go down. We want to go down each of the paths and shoot one of those flower things we shot on the previous map to open some leads. So we're going to start off with this right path, which contains basically another trip mine hell. Quickly jump on top of these flowers. Whoops. Surf off the wall here. Not exactly what I wanted, but nice. Change the name of the R9K. Why did they fucking call it R9K? What is the significance of that? Is that like a real thing that I don't understand? We're gonna go here. Whoops. Robot 9000. Nice. Nice. So we want to do a grenade boost off of the trees here so that we can get into the next section of, or the halfway point of the second section that we're going to be going through. And now when we're falling down here, we're going to shoot our thing the wrong way. And do a cool surf strat that I've never seen before. That's something that I'm gonna look into. There we go. That's the second path down. Third one is just up here. Now for this path, we're going to be using our rocket launcher. We're going to do a double boost and then rocket jump our way up. And because we're not going to make it otherwise, we're going to use our Gauss cannon to give ourselves a little bit of horizontal distance we needed to make it to the end. That's going to be the third path now. Now unfortunately here I would normally do a Gauss boost. But I'm going to have to kind of forego that one a little bit. Do an SMG nade boost to get up to this cliff, and then... Nice. Hey, what's up, Ariel? How you doing? So, I'm gonna try to do another boost. Might be a bit tricky to do with this save, but I'm gonna try anyway. So the goal here is that we want to boost over a big invisible clip brush, which is basically an invisible wall. Like so, which will allow us to skip doing a bit of the latter half of this map. Okay, nice. The fuck? Where's my jump? Ah! I forgot about the slopes in this game. And there we go, so that's that map. We're now going to immediately save delete. Because we have no Gauss ammo, and also because save looting will put us a little bit forward in the map compared to if we were to not save delete. Yeah, the one unfortunate thing about this game is how slow the loading is, because the maps on Zen are fucking massive. So we're gonna jump over this here. Use the Gauss rifle to get a bit closer to our destination. Now here, we're doing a pretty significant skip to get all the way around. And now we need to backtrack to make our way into the loading zone here. Nice, my game crashed. That's really cool. I don't know if that completely fucks the auto splitter. reopen the game. Unfortunately, with Black Mesa, that takes a while. 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. There we go, we can play the game again. Rejoice, everybody. I mean, I'm not fucking worried about my time, so it doesn't matter if I lose a couple seconds in the menus. 2 to the 1 to the fuck to the B's. Dude, I wish I could fuck a bee, because I would be so hit. Okay, so once again, we need to backtrack through this map in order to, get into here. And now that we've done that, we're going to do a double satchel boost. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. The screen is zoomed in. I really love streaming. Every game I play, for some reason, just does this. It's so stupid. I wish I could understand why that would ever happen. Thank you for letting me know, though. Maybe it's a triple boost that I did here. A triple boost will work. So now that we've done that boost, we're gonna make our way through here. Instead of going through this path like normal, we're just gonna surf off that little rock there. And now this is the same area of the original of the original Half-Life, where you would basically hit 3 little teleport sigil things that would spawn a teleporter in the middle that you can use to get the Gonarch lair. Same concept in this game, just made a hell of a lot cooler and a lot more complicated to do. So currently, the only thing we would really need, or in an ideal world, the only thing we would need is to get that crystal up there, put it into this socket, and then we'd be able to finish. But unfortunately, for this map, every single crystal on the map, which there are 4, need to be inside some sort of socket in order for us to be able to continue. So currently, there's no realistic way that we will be able to skip these maps, but of course, things may change in the future, and some things may be found in the future that will allow us to do different things. Who the fuck knows? Either way, gonna throw that there, activate the first part of the teleporter sequence, so now there's only 2 left. It's gonna shoot a big ol' laser at the center, and then we're gonna be able to fall down here and head to the outside portion of this map. First thing we're gonna do is surf along the left here, and now we're gonna want to be doing a boost into these branches, allowing us to skip a good part of this outdoor section. And now we'll make our way into the second one, which is another big heap of explosions. So all we need to do is pick up this wire, plug it in here, throw a grenade here, close the door behind us so that we don't die, throw another grenade here, so we can... Oh, just barely didn't make it in time. Hopefully my save isn't too far away. It's pretty far away. That's unfortunate. Enjoy that noise. It's gonna be here. Try that again. So once again, throw a grenade there. We're gonna wait a second. Throw another grenade here. As soon as that blows up, we're gonna unplug this. Plug it back in. Nice. Plug it back in over here. And take this crystal with us. And that is the second section done. Same idea as before. with the same exact puzzle pretty much. Just go above like that, pick up the wire. Now for this one we want to, excuse me, immediately head into this room to pick up this laser. Whoops. We're gonna throw that over there real quick. Drop down because the second, did I say laser? I meant wire. Bring it with us over here. Connect these two because the wire in between them is busted and it needs a different source. And now we can activate the third part of the teleporter, allowing us to finish that sequence and move on to the next chapter. So the only thing left we have to do is we have to jump across a gap here, activate the final teleporter. Because currently all the things to activate the teleporter are active, but the teleporter itself still isn't. So we can open this up. Throw this at its hole. And there we go. So, now we're done with the first chapter of Zen, called Zen, and we're going to move on to Gonarch. Seems like sub 140 if I play pretty damn well from here could be possible, but it'll probably be more like a 142 or 143. I would guess, with how I'm currently playing, which is not terrible for a first run to be only like 15 off the record. So we're going to immediately save delete once we get into Gonarch because we want to have enough HP to not die. Do not cease to exist. So normally Gonarch in this game is a really cool boss fight. Nice. But instead of doing that, we're going to do a satchel boost, which is going to be a common trend that you're going to notice. Where did my thing go? Which is going to be a common trend that you're going to notice throughout Zen, is that we're going to be doing a lot of satchel boosting. Come on. So what we want to do is we want to satchel boost above and outside the map. And this will allow us to... Come on, dude. This is not hard. There we go. There we go. Fly around here. Gonna pick up our rocket launcher to do a rocket boost and get into the next map. So that allows us to skip the first map of Gonarch and the first fight with the Gonarch. However, we cannot skip this map at all, unfortunately. There's only a few minor things that we can do to save some time on this map. But we are going to do those things, of course. So, I'm going to save delete because we are outside the map currently, and there's not really an easy way to get back inbounds. Plus, getting our HP back is going to be quite convenient. Activate this TNT. Moving in these tunnels is quite hard. Need to still iron it out. And what we're going to be doing a lot of on this map is shooting out these fire plants that will burn these webs that are conveniently right next to the fire things at every possible turn. Too early. So, in order to skip this big outdoor section here, we're going to be basically doing a long jump on top of that little stub of this crystal here, allowing us to get right past. Activating this TNT, waiting for that to blow up. There we... Okay, Gordon, let's do it this time correctly. There we go. So we're gonna rocket boost up there so that we can get to this TNT a bit faster. Sonic is still currently hot on our tail, but as soon as that blows up, we're gonna be able to continue hopping our way through these sections. And now here, we're gonna be at the very end of the map, so we just have to swim to the end and hope that we don't get telefragged by the Gonarch. Now going into this map, we once again want to save the lead, this time because we do not have enough HP to do the strat that we need to do at the end, so we actually do need to do it this time. But it also, again, does save a little bit of time because we are able to spawn a bit further into the map than we normally would. Unfortunately, this is probably one of the biggest maps in the game, so save deleting on this one takes a while, because you have to do, optimally, you have to go through 4 different loading screens, each one of them being like 7 or 8 seconds long or something insane like that. It's pretty bad. And now, I understand why people don't like void clipping. Anyway, so now that we've done that, we're going to start making our way through this map. Burning this web, shooting this boy. Get up there. Now what we're going to do here is we are going to do a big ol' jump across this gap. Nice. Now, doing this big jump is something I figured out pretty early on, but was not able to incorporate into runs because Gonarch was a pain. I did not land on the bridge. Okay. So thankfully there is a trigger that will trigger the fire, so we can get past this pretty easily. But, if we were to go to the end of the map like normal, we wouldn't be able to actually fight the Gonarch. But thankfully there's a solution to this. If we put 2 satchels just after this fat part of the ground, come on, there we go, stand right on them and do it, oops, come on. The main idea is I just want a satchel boost up and into the ceiling. Gonna move this a little bit further back. No, I think it's... I need to figure out where... There's basically a ceiling here that does not have any collision, and I'm trying to find that ceiling in order to be able to skip the final fight on this map. There we go. So we can make it outside the map like so. Come on, really? Did I really get stuck in a displacement like right away? That's the saddest shit I've ever seen. You guys like loading screens? God damn it, dude. That right there, that's loading. Oh, speaking of, I forgot that I need to have, like, I'll do this after, like, next stream, but I completely forgot that for some fucking reason, the Streamlabs, like, chat thing that I'm using doesn't actually tell me when people resub, which is kind of annoying. because I want to, you know, thank people for resubbing, because they're subbing to my stream and giving me dollars, but I can't thank them because I can't fucking see it. Please! God damn it! This is so fucking annoying. I just get stuck on fucking everything. And it sucks that I can't use another satchel because I need the HP. There we go. So now that we've done that, which took way longer than it should have, we can basically just jump to the bottom of the map. So here we want to stand like right below this, and we want to do a rocket boost and try to go straight up. Actually, wait. Do we use satchels here too, I think? Nice, okay. Looking like a Super Monkey Ball 2 stage. Honestly. Come on, dude. There we go, okay. So now once we get past that, we can very easily make our way to the end here by eating inside, and there we go. That took way too long, but that is how you do Conarch skip. I'm doing alright. This run isn't going amazingly, but it's my first run, so it's okay. Kind of annoying how doing like a hour-and-a-half run ends up taking fucking like almost like over 2 hours to do sometimes, just because of how bad the loads are. Okay, so now we're on Interloper, also known as, hey, you like satchel boosts? Dude, fuck off. This Zen's going so badly, but I also haven't played Zen in, like, over a week, so I'm not surprised it's not going too well. Also, how you doing, drunk Canadian? So if you guys are enjoying this game's runs, by the way, I'm going to be doing this game a lot and grinding out this game a lot and trying to just, in general, get good at this video game. My goal at the moment is to get sub 130, but I'm also probably going to be going for record. At some point, but the record in this game isn't exactly, you know, optimized. It's like, Table is like one of Table's first completed runs. There's a lot of time saved to be found throughout this entire game. Optimally, the movement in this game is going to be real tricky. So, the Interloper is a lot of save deleting, unfortunately, because we pretty much need HP and ammo for every single map. Well, they didn't remake Zen because Valve did not make this game. This was made by a different studio called Crowbar Collective. They've basically been putting, like, years of their time into this game. Like, they've been working on this since, like, 2012, if not earlier. Anyway, a nice little skip we can do on this map is we can rocket boost above... Let's try that again. We can rocket boost above a invisible clip brush that's blocking us from being able to continue in the map. This actually skips quite a significant portion of this map. That was weird. Let's do it like that. So we can completely skip that portion of the map, which is really cool. Now we're going to use the Gauss rifle to control where we're going a bit more accurately so that we can get to the end a bit quicker. Go, go, no! Ah! Look at this goofy guy. Go inside this goofy guy's face. There we go. Okay, so now we are inside of... That's what speedruns are. This game in particular, unfortunately, has pretty long loads. I don't think I need to save the lead here, so I'm not going to. The earlier parts of the game have pretty decent loads, quite honestly. It's really just Zen that has, like, really bad loads, because a lot of the maps, like, all the maps that they made for this game are, like, unnecessarily massive, but they're all super cool, so it's okay. So here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way through these tunnels. And now we're going to do a double satchel boost. And we need to save delete on this map, so we're going to do that. Thankfully, this map's loads aren't too terrible comparatively to a lot of the other maps. So not only do we need to have all of the HP and armor we currently have, we need to have a bit more. So we're going to take more armor out of there. And now we're going to start charging our Gauss to do a Gauss boost to get on top of this map. We're going to jump. We basically want to jump and do 2 boosts. There we go. So basically the idea there is to do 2 backwards boosts into a Gauss shot, which will launch us up and allow us to get to the end of, or to the upper portion of that map quite quickly. So now we have to do a low damage boost up there. And now we're going to be doing a big boost with 4 satchels and 1 trip mine. So once these all load, we die and fuck up. Also wait for the last one to activate. It was very apparent with my amount of HP that not all of them activated. Come on. So the idea here is that I want to boost my way all the way to the top of the map, obviously, but there's a lot of things that can block me from doing that. A lot of these pipes and little guys on the walls can make this quite tricky, but once we do that, let's Gauss boost our way to the end of the map. And there we go. Another save delete, because once again, have to do a big boost.
Power 15%. Power 30%.
This one is going to be 2 and 2. Whoops. This one's actually 3 and 2, so I gotta go quickly. I'm just gonna quickly heal up in here, get some more armor, and then use another trip mine. Oh, really? Still deaf? There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Too much height. And there is that map, once again, starting off this map with a hot save delete. What, hello? Why am I not boosting? I'm not sure why. I'm already losing time at this point, but for some reason, it's not letting me do a double boost here. Please, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay, I'm done with this strat. This strat's just not worth it. I'm fine. Every time I try it, it like ends up not working for one reason or another, and it continuously is fucking me over. So I need to stop doing it until I put more time into actually figuring out how it works. So we're gonna do another satchel boost. So let's get our satchels ready. I'm gonna put 2 right here. Boost into them, and oh wait, no, I think we're doing all 3 actually. There we go. Boost over, and we can fall down over here, falling into this next map. I prefer this because this it separates. One of the best things about this Zen, in my opinion, is that it's like almost like a definitive like separation from this game and Half-Life 1. Like these, like at this point, like they're based on like, you know, the same story and everything, but like they're different games. So here we're gonna be doing a double satchel boost to just real quick give me a nice little head start in this room. You can make it all the way to the end of the map if you have more HP and also a better boost, but there I did not. But yeah, I really like the way that this mod is made. I like how it is similar enough to Half-Life 1 that it's still like you know, a remake of the game, but it's different enough that it's not just like a remaster or a like a HD port or whatever. So now on this map we have one of the harder boosts in the game, but it's probably one of the most exciting looking ones. The first thing we need to do is take a bath with this Vorty. Up to about 80 armor, 85 armor. And now we need to wait for these platforms to rise. Takes a little bit. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to... That's no good. Please don't take me too far back. Okay, that's fine. Oh, actually, that's an idea right there. I'll have to work on that. So what we want to do here is we want to use... three satchels. And... whoops. Three satchels and 4 trip mines. I want to make sure the satchels are positioned in a particular proximity to those. Actually, I might have used the next... Oh, no, it's 2 satchels, excuse me. It's not 3. Let's get rid of one of those. And basically our goal here is to surf off of this little pillar in front of us and launch ourselves into the sky. Yeah, in my eyes, this Zen is what Zen was supposed to be. Because in Half-Life 1, like straight up, Zen kind of just fucking blows. Like straight up, like as someone who thinks Half-Life 1 is one of, like, the best games ever made, and it's one of my favorite games, and everything like that, Zen fucking sucks. Like, it's garbage. The worst part of the game, by a long shot. It's just, like, I just, like, play Zen, and I'm just like, wow, this potential was completely wasted. The rest of the game's fucking amazing, but this part could have been so much more. God fucking damn it, I keep hitting something at the last possible second. Oh my god, this is not hard. I have a lot of practice to do, very clearly. There we go. I did not want that. That's an interesting thing to have happen. I'm just gonna reload. So, the problem with that is that I want to skip those little puzzle things. Fucking damn it, dude. I hate messing this map up. It's not hard at all. Well, it is hard, but I shouldn't ever mess things up in speedrunning. God damn it, dude. I just want to fucking be done. I just want to stop streaming. Like, straight up. Like, this game's great, but I just don't... I'm like, I've been streaming since, like, for like 4 hours, and I've done one run. Hell. Okay. Almost. This is fine, though. Alright, so now that we finally made it up after about 40 years, we basically want to hit this launch pad, and then strafe to the left so that we can dodge the puzzles of the map. We're gonna fly up here. So I'm gonna save to leave here, because I have like no HP. Immediately switch to my gun to shoot that out. Immediately switch to my rocket launcher to do a rocket jump and miss the rocket jump, because I did not do. There we go. So I can land in the elevator early. So this is a really long auto-scroller. There are certain parts of the auto-scroller that make it fun. One in particular is coming up in a short second. It'll be like about a minute before the good part of the auto-scroller starts. But for now, all we have to do is just shoot all of these big brain enemies. I can't remember the name of them right now. But eventually, the good part of this will start. Excuse me. And this is where the good part starts. So basically our goal here is to eliminate a, like, energy crystal that is keeping us, or not allowing us to kill these, baby things. So once we blow up all those, we can get back on the elevator. Probably should have grenade boost to get on that elevator, but that's whatever. I have to kill these guys anyway. So once we kill all these guys, the elevator above us will open. I wish the music... So, something actually funny about this map is that at the very beginning, if you remember, I did that rocket jump. That actually skips the first music trigger. This map has multiple music triggers because, obviously, you can take longer on the, on certain parts of the elevator. You can take a bit longer to get to where you want to be. So, there's multiple triggers to play different parts of the song depending on where you are in the elevator. So once you hit that trigger, then the song will start up, even if it wasn't playing beforehand. So now here, these guys drag us back down. We just basically need to kill all the glowing enemies as quickly as possible. All of the non-glowing enemies do not matter, only the glowing ones do. The non-glowing enemies can basically just fuck off. So it looks like this run is going to be like a 147 or a 148 or so. So 2 maps left. Last map of Interloper, which is a pretty small map, and then we have Nihiland. So the first thing I'm going to do is get stuck in this elevator and load my previous save so I am not stuck anymore. Well. Yikes. Okay. Alright, crisis averted. So I'm going to do a satchel boost here to get on top of the map and get to the teleporter that will lead us to the end of the game. Or up here. That works too. Now we are making our way into the final boss, but before we fight it, gotta save delete, because we need rockets, and this is the best way to get rockets. I know what you're thinking. Man, I wish this game didn't have save delete. It seems a little bit too strong. You're a little bit right. So these resupply things will always give you max rockets, and because rockets are just so strong, we're just going to be using them to blow everything up. Is this even doing damage from this distance? I didn't even know that these... Apparently, you cannot do damage after certain distances with the rocket. I don't know if that was a weird bug, but either way. So now our goal, we're going to be shooting out some section of this with a rocket launcher, and then we're going to be doing our best to maintain consistent damage. Oh, I forgot to do one important thing. Let's do that again. So I was supposed to place those earlier to load them up, but I forgot to because I haven't done this fight in forever. Oh, really? Rip. There we go. Okay, this is the worst island fight I've ever done, easily. Okay, this will be a 148. Or 147, rather. And that is the... It did not auto-split, because I did not get the new version, but GG. That was like a 147.53, I think. I'm gonna need to retime that. If someone could... Let me actually quickly take a clip. Actually, just someone else take the clip, please. Look, I just didn't download the new version. It's okay. Yeah, I just need a clip to see what my actual final time was, because I want to retime it.
Gordon Freeman in the flesh.
Appreciate it,
Or
Kavitsa.
rather, in the hazard suit.
Have a good night, Goron.
I took the liberty of relieving you of your weapons. Most of them were government property. As for the suit, I think you've earned it. The border world, Zen, is in our control for the time being. Thanks to you. Quite the nasty piece of work you managed over there. I am impressed.
Yeah, I don't think sub 90 minutes is going to be difficult for me at all.
Mr. Freeman.
Thank you, Lucas. Thank you for the GGs, everybody.
I have recommended
So,
your services to my
tomorrow I'm going to do another stream, as per usual. I'm going to be trying to stream as many days as I can. Below the stream, I put a schedule that I'm going to be roughly following. I'm not going to be following it exactly. I'm going to be, basically, I'm going to be starting give or take an hour from the time that I list, depending on life things and if I'm busy. Also, might not stream certain days. I'll probably post on my Twitter those days that I don't do anything.
Step into the portal, and I will take that as a yes.
So yeah.
Otherwise,
Good stream today. I appreciate y'all for hanging out.
I can offer
Especially
you
the people
a
who hung out
better
during the
deal,
learning
no
session.
chance of winning. Rather an anticlimax after what you've just survived.
And I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to be starting probably around 4 p.m. I'm going to be getting home from work at like 3:15, so I'm going to just basically be taking a shower and getting going live.
Up ahead.
So yeah. Thank you for watching, and have a good night, everybody. Okay, and also